the whole action has been happening in whatever the balance 370 companies, which is in quadrant 4.
Yeah.
But it's $1.2 trillion. It's still a staggering amount. And therefore, the domestic wealth creation, like I can talk of it as if it's small, but it's thousands of crores of profits being made by investors, and people who thought their companies are worth 2,000 crores are seeing them at 20,000 crores now. Because everyone's trying to lift it up and get it into a mid-cap index or get it into the small-cap index and so on. The worry to me is there that end of the market is trading at twice the multiple of the market. Now, historically, yes, a smaller company can grow faster, and we ourselves made all our money in, the first era was all the Infosys and ZTVs and Maricos, which were compounding like crazy in the 90s. Yeah. But very small percentage of those companies, as I just explained, will make it from their 387 list to the 30 list or to the 11 list. Yeah. So the stock picking which you do there is important, because if you get that wrong, God help you. And I'll give you the most famous example of the best company in India, I can argue, is Infosys. It made a dramatic top in March of 2000. It was a $46 billion market cap back then. It basically doubled in 24 years, which is, nothing wrong, but 20-year double is, drastic underperformance for a fantastic company. Yeah. Company did everything right.
From the top of 2000 over the next 20 years,
46 billion to it's probably, 93, 94 billion today. Yeah. The market is up from 6,000 to close to 90,000 or 84,000, let's just say. So it's what, 14 times up. The market is 14 times up. Forget what's happened to other companies. Whereas the best company probably only doubled. And of course, I'm excluding dividends and buyback, but add a few percentage points there. But it's not that dramatic. So when you get pricing wrong in a small cap, heaven help you. And why small cap? Even from the top of 2007, when Reliance kind of went to sleep then for the next 12, 13 years, you didn't make any return. Then it quadrupled during COVID when they did the Facebook placement and so on. Yeah. And I think that's really the central risk in our market, that small caps and this SMID exchange, my God, it's I think some of the indexes up 80 times in the last 3 or 4 years. What's going on there is far, far bigger than the whole worries we have on FNO. FNO is a $4-5 billion problem in a sense of the losses being made. It's not insubstantial, but in the context of what's going to happen, maybe in this quadrant 4 of the market, as I call it, and this whole SME exchange, that's going to be painful.
That quadrant
losses.
4 includes the SME exchange?
No.
That's separate.
That's
right?
tiny, but a 12 crore issue attracts 5,000 crores of investments. Something funny is going on. And I'm not casting aspersions on the companies or the people, but who's putting 4,800 crore applications into a 12 crore issue? So something's going on, God knows. So those are the things you worry about. Okay. But having said that, the broader market, when I say the top 30, 40 companies, usually if something goes wrong there, that's when the market collapses. Or supply from there will overwhelm the market. But it can't be a quadrant 4 problem which blows up the market.
But you're saying that in quadrant 4, there's a problem in the sense...
The valuations are berserk over there. Again, great companies, but... And again, I usually don't talk about stocks, but just to put some sense. And again, don't get me wrong, I'm not disputing valuations or anything, but just to give the Infosys example. Let's say our favorite stock this year was, say, Zomato. It's a $30 billion market cap. Let's say we expect the market normally to give you a 15% CAGR for 10 years, which is 4 times. So it should be a $120 billion market cap in 10 years. Let's say it's a 30p by then, because it'll be a fairly large company. So it needs a $4 billion PAT, profit after tax. To get to a $4 billion PAT, just for context, today TCS with 6 lakh employees makes $6 billion. So is this possible? How will they do it? Will they add more lines? Amazons of the world have done it. They started somewhere and they ended elsewhere. But if you're taking that bet, your time horizon has to be that, or your return expectation has to be that much lower. And that's the sort of stuff going on over here.
Thanks for tuning in to CNBC TV 18, and for more news and updates, follow us on all the social media platforms.